Hey, and welcome to Program 3 Cardio. Let's get bouncing, either with your skipping rope or pretending. Either way, we've got our arms moving and our feet are bouncing. Try to get your heels to touch down each time you bounce, just to make sure we're getting our calves stretched out and our ankles don't get too tight. It is cardio day, so remember that our heart rate is going to be up. We are ideally going to be huffing and puffing, and we're going to have a bit of sweat pouring out. Into some jacks now. So we've got our lower intensity jacks, or you can go straight into jumping jacks if you feel so inclined. Alright, and we are mixing it up with this warm-up today by adding in some static warm-up. So we are holding a high plank here for 30 seconds, really thinking about engaging all of those muscles in our body that are worked during a plank, which is almost every muscle. Pulling that belly button up, pelvic floor is switched on. Keeping that lower back safe. Holding for the 30 seconds and then back in with some skipping. Into that second round of jumping jacks now. Take the option that you need. Remember that you need to challenge yourself sometimes. That's how we improve. So perhaps for the last 10 seconds, you could do the jumping jacks with me if you haven't tried that yet. Alright, and in position for this plank, so static hold, as still as you can. Remembering that your plank can either be against a wall, table or chairs, or down on the ground. Alright, we are starting with a brilliant movement today that combines squat and a lunge, my two faves. So squatting together, regular squat, feet neutral, hips going back, weight in the heels, and then alternating which side you lunge back to. You will, I dare say, need to concentrate during this movement. You need to stay balanced by keeping your belly button pulled into your spine. If you need some assistance with your balancing, by all means hold on to something. And please go at your own pace. In now with fast feet. So like just as last time, you can go in, out, out, like I'm showing you. Or if you need a little bit simpler, you can simply run as quick as you can on the spot. Mix it up, whatever you need. Remember, we're trying to drive that heart rate up, so nice and quick. Channeling that inner Rocky, let's go shadow boxing. You can mix it up with straight throughs or some uppercuts. You can see I'm doing 10 of each and swapping. If you've got a favorite, you can stick with it. Your call here. And finishing this round with 30 seconds of butt kicks. Get those heels up as high as you can. You've got the running option or the step and curl option. Take the level that you need, remembering that you get a rest in a second, so push hard. Alright, starting this round with a movement that is called a skater. So you are jumping from side to side and swinging your arms as if you were roller skating. If the jump is too much, you can also step and tap behind you. And if you're finding the coordination of this movement difficult, it's easier to start with a step and tap and then work up to the jumping. You're trying to push as far as you can from side to side, really launching off each leg. Coming in with some skipping, I want you to try and go the whole way with feet together this time, really getting those arms going around and around in circles and moving as fast as you can. The option is there to take a break and go 1 foot at a time if you need it, but try your hardest to push all the way with both feet together. Alright, twist and punch now. So we've got a little mini squat in the middle and we're twisting and punching reasonably quickly here. We want to get your body moving side to side as fast as we can. I want you to push hard, but remember that if your body needs a break, take one. Have a rest, you can pause the video or you can just watch for a little while. Listen to what your body needs. A minute of work to go here in this round, guys. We've got high knees, so you've got the step and squeeze option, or you can run those high knees right to the end. And we are finishing on a high here, team, with some burpees. So again, we've got the broken down version where we can step in and out and stand and reach. You can jump in and out from the chair, or if you're really feeling into it, you can even brave it doing your burpees down on the ground. Pick the level that suits you. We get a big rest in a minute, all the way to the end, girls. All right, round 2, we've got those squats and lunges. So now you know what they're all about. You should be able to get a few more reps in this time. So pushing those hips back, and you really want to stay in control. So you can see here in the video, I'm coming right up out of each squat and lunge each time. If you want to increase the challenge even further, you can try and stay down low as you transition between them. So do your lunge and then kind of sneak across to your squat. Keep the tension on those muscles. Into our fast feet now. Like I've said before, we want that booty shaking on its own. That's how fast your feet are moving. Let's go. Alrighty, shadow boxing. Whichever type of punch you choose, your heart has got to be 100% in it. Follow through with every movement that you make. Squeeze that abdominal, so belly button in, pelvic floor engaged, everything's happening. Let's go. Let's get into those butt kicks. You know what to do here. Pick your level and push. Heels up. See if you can get your heels higher than mine. Alright, this is our second go at these skaters here today. So we're launching off one foot and landing onto the other into sort of a lunge. Remember that if you need to, you've got the step and tap option. Again, if you're finding the coordination difficult, this is a great starting point and we can work up to that jump. As far as you can, side to side. Bouncing it out now, skipping, get those arms moving. Legs should be burning, heart should be pumping by now. Alright, nice fast twist and punch. So a little bounce in the middle and punch it out. Let's go. Reasonably quick here, guys. Bounce, step, twist, punch. Let's go. Coming into our final minute, let's push. High knees all the way. Give it everything you've got. A minute of work left. If you've got something left in the tank after this, I promise you'll be disappointed when you finish. So give it everything you've got. And our burpees for the last 30 seconds. Remember to take the option that fits you. We can always step it up a level if we need to. Try them out. Choose the challenge. Let's do it. All the way to the end now. Go girl. Time for a cool down. One of the most important parts of a workout is cooling down and stretching out once you finish. It's very, very important because this is how we prevent injuries. So your first stretch here is a quad stretch. You can do it standing up like I am, pulling your heel to your bottom, or you can lay down on your side and make this same movement again. So laying on your side and pull your top leg up to your bum. You're feeling the stretch down the front of your leg. You want to keep your knees close together and imagine that you're pushing your knee or pointing your knee at the ground. Change legs now. By all means, you can hold on to something to balance here. This is not about practicing your balance so much as it is stretching out your quads. Again, if you find it difficult to balance, you can be doing this laying down on the floor and it is just as beneficial. Our next lower body stretch today is going to be hitting your hamstrings and also your calves. So you'll see that I've got all the weight in the front leg there, pushing into the heel, into my bent leg there. The back leg, I'm pushing my heel as far as I can to the ground, stretching out my calf muscle and also feeling a bit of a stretch into my hamstring. So we're working on the back of that straight leg, so all the way up the back of my leg. Pressing down into that back heel to really stretch out your calves. Step your back foot forward and lean onto the other knee. Point your toe as far as you can towards the sky and you should feel your hamstring really start to stretch out here. It's quite likely that your hamstrings are tight, so just do what feels comfortable here. You can progress to grabbing your toe, but if that doesn't feel good for you, then please don't do that. You can pull your toe towards you if you need to, or even lean a bit lower towards that straight leg. Swapping over, stretching out the opposite calf now. So your left leg or the opposite leg is in front, pressing that back heel down to the ground. You can also press your hips forward in this position, which will stretch out your hip flexor, which is at the front of that straight leg there. These can often get quite tight, and so it's important to stretch them out to prevent injury. Rocking over now and getting the hamstring of that opposite leg. Again, pushing your heel to the ground and pointing your toe to the sky, so you should feel the muscle down the back of your leg, which is your hamstring. You can take this option if you like, but you can stay where we were before as well if that's enough pressure for you. Moving into our upper body stretches now, so we're going to start by stretching our shoulders. Put one arm across your body and with the other arm you're going to try and pull it towards you. So you should feel it stretching out in the shoulder and moving towards your upper back there a little bit. I like to start with my thumb up and then increase the stretch by turning it down. It's a personal preference, so if you don't feel a difference or you don't feel the need to change it, you don't have to. Push a little bit further around now, just really opening up behind those shoulder blades. You can be doing this stretch while you're sitting down if your legs need a break or if you just need a rest altogether, but it is really important that we do complete the stretch sequence. Arm up and over to get your triceps stretched out, so remember all that movement we did for our tuck shop lady arms? We are going to stretch those back out now to keep ourselves nice and safe. Swapping over, the same sequence on the other arm now. Stretching out our chest, so if you can, clasp your hands together behind your back and then push back, push your chest forward and your shoulders back, releasing our chest muscles and also our shoulders or the front of our shoulders. You can also stretch your chest and your shoulders by resting on a doorway and then pushing against them. So if you can't get your hands together behind your back, that's fine. There are other ways of stretching this. These stretches we're doing are by no means exhaustive, so if you have other stretches that you'd like to do or you feel like you need to do more, please do. Stretching out our upper back here, so clasp your hands together in front this time, pushing your fist away and your back out. So you should feel the muscles just start to release a little bit. This one isn't optional. Some people find this really comfortable and others don't like it at all. Bend your knees and wrap your arms around your legs, and you can push up against it. So again, it's another upper back stretch. As I said, some people love it, some hate it.